I've been seeing a lot of people in the cosplay community talking about this lately, and I kind of wanted to just chime in and give like my 2 cents as well. So a lot of people have been having like all kinds of discourse on cosplay competitions and whether or not they are accessible. Specifically, in the sense that people are saying that they're not accessible because you have to have created your costumes in order to qualify to be in a costume competition that is craftsmanship based, which like I've not been able to wrap my mind around that argument, I guess. Like there's very legitimate reasons that people should be talking about on how to make costume competitions more accessible. I don't know like how many competitions there still are that don't have a ramp or any other way for people who have to use a wheelchair or a walker or just for whatever reason can't do stairs. No way for people to get up on stage. That is like mind-blowingly basic, and yet so many competitions don't have that. That is a huge accessibility feature. Some competitions have the prejudging like the day before the convention even starts, which then, gets rid of a lot of people who aren't able to take time off or don't have the the money to be able to have another night at the hotel for the convention. There's competitions where the contestants are stuck backstage for hours and hours and hours and hours at a time, unable to leave to go to the bathroom or get water or get food. These are all very important things that people should be talking about how to make better when it comes to accessibility in craftsmanship based costume competitions. The fact that you have to have made your costume isn't something that makes them unaccessible. That is just the thing that you're being judged on. It's no different than a pie baking competition requiring that you bake your pie. Somebody's not going to go on Great British Bake Off and give Paul Hollywood a snack that they bought at the grocery store. They're going to make the thing because what they're being judged on is how well they made that thing. This is the case for craftsmanship-based costume competitions. A lot of conventions nowadays have places for people who don't make their costume to show off their costume. Some will have red carpets where you're just walking across a little stage area. These are sometimes huge events as well where tons of people are going to see you. Some cons will have skit-based competitions where the craftsmanship doesn't come into play at all. It's literally just being judged on the performance that you put on stage. Some cons will have theme specific costume competitions where if you have a costume of this theme, come and enter, and a lot of times those don't require you to have made the costume yourself. These are all very valid ways for people who don't make their costumes to show off, because it is still fun for a lot of people to go across the stage and have everyone look at you people cosplay because a lot of the times they want to be seen in their cosplays. I get it. I understand that. But what I don't understand is why somebody thinks that they should be allowed in a craftsmanship competition for something that they what do you get out of that? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I have costumes that I love wearing, that I have so much fun wearing, but I didn't make enough of them to enter them in most costume competitions. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I have costumes that I have made enough to enter into competitions. I've won awards in competitions before. Both sides of the spectrum are perfectly acceptable ways to cosplay, but it's such a leap of logic that I can't follow. If you were to enter a costume that you did not make yourself in a costume competition that's craftsmanship based and you win something, what do you get out of that? they're saying, oh wow, this costume's made so well. Cool, thanks, but like, you're not the one that made it. So I don't get it. I truly don't get it. And I really wish that this discourse on whether or not competitions are accessible was truly about whether or not they are accessible and not about like just whether or not the concept of a craftsmanship competition is something that should be allowed, basically. I don't get it. I just truly, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And while we're on the subject, conventions need to stop having strobe lights at events. Oh my God, stop putting strobe lights in your events.